Good morning. This is Tara. Is this working? Yes. We're on YouTube Live. Thank you for your patience as we're starting a few minutes after our start time. I'm Tara. This is Evan. We are sharing our yoga practice for mental hygiene. It's a classical hatha practice. We've been sharing online. We're happy you're here to join us. Let's go ahead and get started. Find a comfortable cross-legged position. Long spine, close the eyes. Just begin to draw your awareness to the nostrils and feel the breath moving in and out of the nostrils, long and slow. Take notice to filling up all the way from your low belly, feeling the rib cage expand wide and tall. Feel that breath, just fill the body cavity on the inhale. And then exhale long and slow, witnessing all the body parts return to wholeness. Feeling at the bottom of the breath, just dropping in, plugging into the earth. Let your breath be normal. Open the eyes and we'll do Kapalabhati. And so it's a forceful exhalation through the nostrils and a passive inhalation through the nostrils. So you're going to focus on the exhale, and then as you're exhaling, you're also drawing that belly button. Pull it back towards the spine. Okay, so I'll go sideways. Okay, inhale, exhale, 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 and then keep going. As fast as you can, for as long as you can. Keep this face soft. It's all right if your nose starts running. Building prana in the body. Exhale, 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 exhale. Hold. Bring the hands to the knees. Draw the shoulders up. Draw in a half lung of air. Drop the chin to the chest. Close the eyes. Draw the belly button up and in, and then squeeze the perineum as if you're presenting yourself from going to the loo. Hold as long as it's comfortable for you, and then release. And then again, inhale, half lung of air. Tuck the chin into the chest. With the eyes closed, take the gaze in between the eyebrows. And then release when you need the breath. And let your breath return to normal. Next, moving to the eyes, yoga for the eyes. We're going to keep our head and neck center, moving only the eyes. Open the eyes, inhale, look down, look up, look down, look up, look down, look up, center. Inhale, look far right, far left, far right, far left, far right, far left, center. Inhale. Exhale, look down, look far right, look up, look far left, look down, center. Inhale, look down, look far left, look up, look far right, look down, center. Chathakan. Go ahead and inhale the right arm out in front. The elbow is straight, extend the right finger up. Go ahead and look at the fingernail. Inhale, try not to blink, it's okay if you do. Draw that fingernail to the nose. And then exhale, gently bring it back out. When the elbow is straight, look past the finger. Bring your gaze back to the fingernail. Inhale, try not to blink. Draw the finger towards the nose. Exhale, take it back out. When the elbow is straight, look past the finger. One last time, inhale, gaze at the fingernail to the nose. Exhale, extend. When the elbow straight, look past. Bring your hands together. Let's warm up. Let's bring some heat into our hands. As fast as you can go. Take the center of the left palm and cup it over the left eye. Take the center of the right palm, cup it over the right eye. Try to not let any light into the palms. Breathe gently through the nose. Yoga for the eyes is really good for us, especially with so much screen time. Release the hands. Let's go ahead and interlace the hands. Extend them up overhead. Draw the shoulders down and feel the side body. It's all right to stretch left, stretch right. Really extend those fingertips, the palms up towards the ceiling. Draw your arms back parallel to the ears as best as you can. And then allow that big belly breath to fill the body. And then with your face soft, bring that hiss-like breath, the ocean wave in the back of the throat, Ujjayi breathing. Staying soft in the face, release the hands. We'll take our palms together, interlace the hands, draw them towards the chest. Extend out as far as possible for you today. Take it back in. We'll switch sides, taking our time, honoring it may feel completely different on this side. Warming up from the fingers to the wrists, the elbows, shoulders. And release. Shake out the hands. We're going to extend the legs out in front of us, coming into Dandasana stick pose. And with the toes pointed upright, we're going to do toe cranks. So you're going to just squeeze the toes, warming up from the toes. 1 release, 2 release, 3 release, 4 release, 5 release, 6 hold. Go ahead and cross that right leg over the left. We're going to interlace the toes, just like we were interlacing the fingers. Don't use your hands, and we're going to try 1 toe at a time. Maybe you're starting to get a little bit better at this. Maybe this is your first time trying. Give it a try. It's really helpful. What it does is it wakes up that sciatic nerve all the way from the tips of the toes all the way up to our low back, connecting our lower half with our upper half. So squeeze, 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 and then release. We're going to switch sides. 1 toe, 2 toes, 3 toes, 4 toes, 5 toes. And release. Warming up from the ankles, we're going to go forwards and backwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Now let's make circles with our ankles. First clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Then the opposite way. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Warming up the knees. Lift up the left knee and grab onto your elbows underneath. Get the spine tall, and we'll begin to make circles with our left leg. 1, 2, 3, 5, and 6. Opposite direction. Extend the leg. We'll switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Opposite. Good Great job, everybody. Coming on up to the front of the mat. We're going to take the inside of the right foot towards the inner left thigh. Take the left heel to the left hip. We're going to walk back on our hands. Maybe that's plenty. Checking to see where you are today. You know, we want to stay soft in our face, and we relaxed in our breath. And that's how we can gauge if we can take a posture further or not. So if I'm on my elbows and my face is soft and my breath is long and slow, then perhaps I have the privilege to lay all the way back on my back. I feel this in my left quad. My psoas is going to lengthen. If it feels good, I can bring my hands up overhead and just relax. 2 and 1. We're going to first draw our hands to the earth. Press into the elbows. Lift the heart up from the floor. We're going to switch sides, taking our time because it may feel really different on this side. Coming to your hands, checking at the various points. Find what works for you, and then let yourself relax and enjoy the opening. Staying long in your breath. 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands back to your hips. Press onto your elbows. Help the body upright. We're going to come all the way standing up to the front of our mat. We're going to bring our feet together. Roll the shoulders up and back so that the palms are facing forward. And then let your wrists relax so that the palms are parallel to the hips. Your knees are gently engaged so your quads are lifted. Your pelvis is tilted ever so slightly so that your abs are engaged. Roll the shoulders up and back, like I said. And then the chin is tilted just slightly so that the back of the neck is long and the crown is open to the heavens. With your eyes closed, let's imagine the most beautiful sunset or sunrise that you've seen recently. And let's connect to that solar power that gives us life and provides life for this entire planet. Every blade of grass, every bug, every animal, every pet, every loving family member and friend. The entire earth is here from the power of the sun. And so as we move through these next 2 slow sun salutations, we're paying respect to the sun. Surya Namaskar. Inhale, open the eyes, bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Exhale, open. Inhale, take your arms up overhead, look up. Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. This is our first stretch. I want you to be gentle and take your time. No overstretching. Let your head hang. Perhaps you're most comfortable with your hands on your knees, maybe on the backs of your calves. Maybe you can hold on to your ankles. If you have your hands to the earth, and your face is soft and your breath is long, perhaps you have the privilege to turn your hands around and bring the palms all the way to the earth. If you're here and you're steady, you can walk your hands back. Relax here. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, take that left leg back. Drop the knee, open up the heart, take the hands back, look on up. Ashwashan Shalanasana, equestrian pose. So what we're doing here is we're utilizing that right front knee to stabilize and help balance. So we're drawing that towards the center line of the body, and we're using the top of the back left foot and the knee to stabilize as well. Looking up as far back as we can comfortably on the ceiling or the wall behind us. For 3, 2, and 1. Exhale, bring your hands to either side of your right foot. Tuck the left toes, take the right foot back to mountain pose. This is the first one of the day. Let it be juicy. Feel out your palms and all 5 fingers on each hand. Reach those heels towards the floor. It's all right if they're not there, but just extend them evenly. Let the backs of the knees press evenly towards the back wall and lift those hips up towards the ceiling. Your face is soft, the breath is long. Inhale. Exhale, drop to the knees, chest and chin. 8-limb pose. Bring the palms to the earth, slither that chest through the arms. I like to come to Sphinx first because I'm just warming up. And so we'll bring our forearms to the mat. The legs are soft and long. We're looking up. Bring the hands back underneath the shoulders. Press into the hands. Lift the hips up. Come back into mountain pose. In the West, this is often referred to as downward facing dog. Our yoga teacher says in the Himalayas, they call this mountain pose, so that's what we go with. Inhale, the left foot up in between the hands. Drop the right knee to the earth. Drop the right top foot. Open up that heart and chest. Look up. Notice with each breath how the body opens up more. We're reminded as we're waking up in the morning, we're reinvigorating the tattvas, the earth energies, our body parts. Inhale. Stay soft in the face. Exhale. Bring the hands to the mat and draw the right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. You should feel the body warming up some. Bring the weight of the body towards the balls of the feet so that the hip bones are going up higher towards the ceiling. On an inhale, you're going to bring your arms up overhead. And slight back bend. And then exhale, come back through prayer position. Hands to the hips. Inhale. Exhale, open the eyes. Bring the hands to prayer position. This time will flow with breath. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take the right foot back, drop the knee. Go the arms up towards the sky, or towards your shoulders up towards the sky. Arms are at the sides of the hips. Exhale, bring the hands to either side of the front foot. Tuck the back toes. Take the left foot to meet the right. Mountain pose. The bottom of that breath. You're going to hold that breath. Drop the knees, chest, and chin. And then slide on through to your version of cobra. Perhaps you're still warming up and you want to keep those elbows in. The palms are just underneath of the shoulders. Your legs are long. And then find your version of cobra or up dog. Butt is soft. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, press the chest back towards the thighs. Inhale, that right foot in between the hands, drop the knees. Inhale, shoulders up. Exhale, bring the hands back to the mat. Bring the left foot up to meet the right. Fold forward. Inhale, the arms up overhead. Look up. Exhale, hands through prayer. Release the hands. Close your eyes and just notice how the body's warming up. You might feel some sensations, your heart beating a little bit faster. You might feel your Your hips are a little more aligned, or your shoulders are starting to even out some. Thank you, body. Next, bringing our awareness to the moon, Chandra, and how the moon impacts the tides of all the waters on the planet, and how clearly it does the same with the waters in our body. We are all earth bodies, magnetized by the drawing pull from the moon. So these next 2 rounds of moon salutations are the same as before. We change only 4th and 9th posture. Just go ahead and open your eyes. Inhale. Exhale, hands to prayer position. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take the left foot back, drop the knee, bring the hands to prayer position at the heart. Make a steeple with the hands, and you can take those arms up overhead. Look up and back. The body is shaped like a crescent moon here. Staying soft in the face, smile on the face. Looking up and back. Exhale, release. Bring the hands to either side of that front foot. Tuck the back toes. Press into the palms. Bring the right foot back to meet the left. Mountain pose. Drop to the knees, chest and chin. 8-limb pose. Slide on through. Find your cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes, bring the hips up towards the ceiling. Press that chest back towards the thighs. Inhale the right foot up in between the hands. Drop the left knee. Bring the left foot up in between the hands. Drop the right knee. Bring the hands to the heart. Steeple position, come up overhead. Release the hands. Tuck the right toes, bring the right foot up to meet the left. Forward fold. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Back through prayer. Release the hands to the side. Same thing on the other side, this time moving with breath. Inhale, and this time moving with the breath pace. Exhale, the hands to prayer position at the heart. Inhale, take the arms up overhead. Look up, look back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take the right leg back. Drop the knee. Bring the hands to prayer position, up overhead. Release the hands, tuck the back toes. Exhale, take the left foot back to meet the right. Press the chest back, press powerfully through your palms and heels. Lift up through your hips. After your complete exhalation, drop to the knees, chest and chin. Inhale, slide on through to cobra or up dog. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, press the chest back. Inhale the right foot, drop the knee, bring the hands to the chest and up overhead. Exhale, release. Tuck the left toes, bring the left foot up to meet the right, forward fold. Notice the body is warmed up. See if you've earned a little bit more. If your hands are on your knees, maybe they can go to the ankles by now. If your hands are to the earth, maybe you can bring your palms backwards and walk your fingers back a little bit further. And as you're ready, we'll inhale, we'll bring our hands together, up overhead, and then close. Close your eyes with your palms open by your sides. Just feel the effects of Chandra Namaskar. Notice the capillaries might be buzzing in and around your fingertips. Notice your nerves are awakened, your body, the fluids are shifting. We're already changing from who we were when we first started this practice a little bit ago. Open the eyes. Let's come into our first asana of the day. We're going to come into a chair pose. So how this works is we're going to draw our arms up overhead. I bring my hands up together in a steeple. If you have shoulder injuries or that's hard, it's no hard and fast rules. Parallel is totally fine. I'm going to move back a little. No, I'm not. So wherever your arms are, draw your shoulders down so that the arms are parallel, and then take the gaze up towards the ceiling. That's important. And then squeeze the knees and the feet together, then start to bend the knees and sit down as if you're in the chair. Take it down as gradually as you can and what feels good for you today. Draw the belly button back towards the spine, and in the final pose, your breath is long and slow. Go ahead and lift your toes up off the mat, just your toes, pressing down powerfully into the earth. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. Take those arms up overhead. Release. Extend behind us. Interlace the hands behind us. Open up that heart. And then fold forward. Draw those arms up towards the ceiling. Dvikasana. On an inhale, we'll release our hands, gently stack each vertebrae so that we're coming upright. Let's come into twisted chair, bringing the hands to prayer position. The feet are together. We're going to bend our knees as if we're sitting down in a chair. And we're going to take the left elbow on the outside of the right knee. Now, you might want to look up towards the sky and then adjust to make sure that your head and neck are in line with your toes. You're pressing powerfully into your palms and then twisting all the way from the waist, looking up towards the ceiling. You can stay here. If this is plenty and you're feeling relaxed in your face, you can bring your left hand to the earth on the outside of your left knee. Take that right arm up towards the sky. Reach up. Open up that heart. You can also find your bind. Take that right hand on the outside of your left hip. Open up that heart a little bit more. Exhale, release. We'll come standing up through prayer. That was massaging our stomach. Now we're going to bring attention to our liver, our hardest working internal organ. Inhale, prayer position. Exhale, bend at the knees. Take the right elbow on the outside of the left knee. Press that elbow into the knee. Twist all the way from the belly button all the way up to the head. Look up. Make any adjustments. And then if you have it today, take your right hand to the earth and your left arm to the ceiling. You can stay there, or you can bend that elbow, taking your right hand to your right hip, or your left hand to your right hip. 3, 2, and 1. Exhale gracefully. Shake it out. Now let's do table. Their feet together. Take our arms up overhead. Stretch long. Exhale, hinge at the waist. You want to keep your head and neck, so your ears are parallel to your biceps. You're looking down just straight under your nose. Your abs are engaged. You're reaching out powerfully through your fingertips and pressing down into the earth with your heels and reaching to the back wall through your hips, your sits bones. Stay here. Smile at the shake. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hands to prayer position. Bend the knees gently. Take the weight into your left foot and send the right leg back behind you. Your hips and shoulders are square. If you have a head or shoulder injury, you can keep your hands where they are. If you feel confident, take your arms towards the front of the room, reaching powerfully. You're pressing back through your back heel for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring the hands to prayer. And then we're going to bring that right leg through and take it on up through center. You want to, the goal, the idea is to have it straight out from our hip. We're working as best as we can where we are today. Try and bring it up just a little bit more for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. We're going to work on our balance on the other side. So bend the knees. Bring the weight of the foot into the right leg. We're going to hinge at the waist and send that left foot back behind us. Square the hips and the shoulders. Stay here. Or take those arms up overhead, reaching powerfully towards the front of the room. Smile at the shake of the leg for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come through center. Draw that left leg up. Pressing through the heel. Staying balanced on that right leg. Smile on the face. For 3, 2, and 1. Shake it out. Whew. Come into a swaying tree. We're going to take our feet mat distance apart. Inhale the arms up. Take the right hand and grab the left wrist. Shift the left hip out away. Draw that left wrist over the right side of the body and stretch long. And then look up towards the ceiling. In the final position, take that right out armpit and bring it slightly forward than the left. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale up, we'll switch sides. Take that right arm, right hip to the side. Look up towards the ceiling. 2, and 1. Release the pose. We'll come into our mat. Our feet about 5 inches apart. Or I like to line up my ankles with my hip bones. Inhale the arms up overhead. Will you inhale the arms up overhead? Exhale, fold forward, hinging at the waist. And then let's see where we are. Maybe we're grabbing onto the backs of our calves. Maybe we can take our palms underneath of our feet by now. Maybe we can press onto our palms. Maybe even massage the wrists with our toes. So we're in a forward fold. Our hands are underneath our feet. No matter where you are, everybody, we're going to release. No matter where you are, we're going to take our first two fingers and we're going to grab onto our big toes. So if you need to bend the knees, that's totally okay. We're going to get there how we can, and then we're going to straighten the knees as best as we can, and then we're going to look up towards the front wall. Maybe we're looking up just to where the floor meets that front wall. Maybe we can look up halfway up that front wall. Maybe we can even look up all the way to where that front wall meets the ceiling. Find where it is for you today. We're getting a nice upper back bend here. For 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let everything hang. From here, just go ahead and widen your feet, and then bring, we're going to come into squats pose. I'm just going to do this now, it feels natural. Bring the hands to heart prayer position, and it's all right if your heels aren't on the earth. Find it however you can, make it work for you. It's totally okay. We'll take our left hand out to about 10 p.m., and with our arm in front of that left knee. Inhale that arm up towards the sky. You can stay here, or you can find your bind behind that left hip. Open up that right shoulder. Release. Come back to center. Take the right hand in front of the right knee, about 2 p.m. Inhale the left arm up. You can stay here, or you can bind behind that right knee. And 1, release. We're going to take our hands in front of us. We're going to lift our hips. We're going to walk back and meet ourselves in mountain pose. You might want to bend that right knee and draw that left heel to the earth. Switch, drawing that right heel to the earth and bend that left knee. Pressing powerfully through the left palm. Inhale. As you exhale, take both heels back towards the earth. Straighten both knees. And notice how one heel might want to reach the earth. Take both heels down to the earth equally. Same with the backs of the knees. Notice one knee may want to press more so back to the wall. Press both knees back powerfully. On an inhale, take your left leg up. We'll keep the shoulders and the hips square. You're pressing powerfully through the heel. Your breath is long and steady. Inhale, lift it a little bit higher. Exhale, swing it on through in between your hands. We're going to take our right heel to the earth. Lift our body upright, and we're going to take our back toes. They're going to be at 10, 20, 30 degrees. Depending on where our practice is today, and then draw your hips and shoulders square facing the front of the room. Everybody's going to be different, but we're leaning We're efforting for that 90 degrees in that front leg. Honor where you are today in your practice, please and thank you. And then engage your abs. Draw your arms up through center, whether your arms are parallel or you're interlaced with the steeple. The final phase of the posture, your right armpit is slightly forward than the rest. You're activating through your back heel, so you're powerfully engaged into the back of the mat, and you're supporting yourself in the front foot as well. Go ahead and with your gaze, look up for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale. We're going to make some adjustments and come into Virabhadrasana 2. I like to bring my foot back about 1 inch or 2 and open up my hips and shoulders. Lean into that front foot. The front heel is perpendicular to the arch of our back foot. My hips and shoulders are facing one another, and then I'm turning my head and neck to look beyond infinity, and then bend into that front foot. Glance back to make sure that your arms are even. For 3, 2, and 1. Take that right arm up to meet the left. Lean up. Avaya Virabhadrasana. How do I say it?
Avaya Virabhadrasana.
Avaya Virabhadrasana. Fearless warrior. Make sure the abs are away. You're lifting up, not like collapsing onto the thighs. Drop the left hand on the inside of that left foot. Inhale that right arm up towards the sky. Open up the heart and chest. Look up. You might need to inch your right foot back just a little bit. That feels good for me. You can stay here or you can find your bind. Taking your left arm underneath your left hip. Taking your right arm towards your left hip. Grab on. 2 and 1. Release. Drop the back right knee. We're going to heel toe that left leg off the mat. I'm going to come sideways. You're going to bring your hands just below your shoulders, like push-up position. You're going to bend the elbows. You'll bring the weight of the body. So my left tricep is engaged in my left inner thigh. My right elbow is in my right hip. I'm leaning forward. Maybe today I'm just lifting my knee up off the mat. Maybe I can lift my right toe up off the mat. Playing with the balance here. A is for attempt. As yogis, we like to be positively thinking. So give it your best try. And when you feel complete with efforting on that side, go ahead and let's meet down in child's pose. Take your hips back towards your heels. Take your forehead to the ground. Take your hips. Take your hands to the outsides of your hips, palms facing up. Should feel soothing. Take one long inhalation through your nose. Exhale slowly through the mouth. And then let the breath come back to normal. And take our awareness and let's introspect. Notice the heart beating. Our teacher reminds us that the heart has been with us since day 25, since we were in our mother's womb. And it was as small as like half of my thumb. It's the size of my heart. Now it's grown to about the size of a fist. And without us even considering, our heart has been loyal and committed to us throughout every day, every night's sleep. It keeps pumping blood throughout our body. And that heart carries that emotion of love. And so it's pumping love throughout our body. And when we take the time to roll out our mat and get onto our mat, this is an act of self-love. So every cell in our body right now is receiving self-love. When you're ready, and only when you're ready, we'll meet back in mountain pose. To balance the hemispheres of our body, let's bring the awareness to the solar side. Let's inhale that right leg up towards the sky. Hips and shoulders are square. Lift that leg up. Exhale, swing it on through. Coming into Virabhadrasana 1. The back foot is turned about, I'd like, 10 p.m. Hips and shoulders are square, and then we bend that in that front knee. Our abs are engaged, our arms come up overhead. We look up, our gaze is up towards the sky. Keep that left quad engaged, that takes care of the back knee. And the foot is strong, the back foot and the front foot. Draw that left armpit slightly in front of the right. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, open it up. Coming into Virabhadrasana 2, slide that left foot back some. Draw the arms up parallel to the floor. Glance back to make sure that your back and front arms are even. And then bend into that front knee. Staying soft on the face. You're drawing that right front knee towards the front of the room and into the center of the heel, taking care of the legs. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take that left hand up to meet the right. Avaya Virabhadrasana. Fearless warrior. And so my gaze is up towards the ceiling. I'm smiling in my face. I'm smiling at that shake in the leg. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release that right hand down in front of that right foot. Take the left arm up towards the sky. I need to move my back leg back just a little bit so I can really sink in. You can stay here or you can bend that left elbow. Reach around. Find your bind. For 3, 2, and 1. Release the hands. Let's come on. Drop the back knee. Let's come into Kandanyasa on the other side. So heel toe, heel toe. We'll bring our hands in push-up position just underneath of our shoulders. Bend the elbows. Take the right elbow on the inside of the right thigh. The left elbow to the left hip. First, lift that right leg up off the mat. Then see if you can lift your left knee. Then your left toes. The weight of the body is coming forward. But you're basically making shelves. Give it an attempt. And then we'll meet back in child's pose once again. Reconnecting to that heart. Feeling the blood flowing through the body. Next, imagining your beautiful brain inside of that skull. As you bring your head towards the earth and putting that forehead to the earth. Feels grounding, soothing. soothing. Imagining that brain that's about 7 pounds that we carry around inside of our skull, and life as it is these days, there's stress and chaos and worry. And so we visualize our brain being relaxed and soothed, and the practice of yoga, when we come to our mat, all the twists and the focused breath, it harmonizes this brilliant mind. We say that practicing yoga is the practice of making our mind our best friend. So when you're ready, and only when you're ready, we'll come back up and we'll meet in mountain pose. Let's take our left leg up towards the sky, bend the left knee so that you can open up the hips. You're going to stack the hips. You're going to look underneath of your left shoulder, your left armpit up towards the sky. Should feel good here. And then we're going to swing on through our left knee up towards our left wrist. Walk that right knee back. We're going to come up into proud pigeon. So first, just sitting pigeon. I like to hold myself up on my fingertips. The key to the pose is the right knee. We're going to stay on top of that right knee, taking care. Bring the top of the foot to the earth, and then open up the shoulders and look up and back. Breathe. Notice the hips melting with each breath. Stay soft in the face. You can stay here, or you can take your gaze back further. If you can reach back for that right foot, and put that foot in the elbow. Take the left arm up towards the sky. Release the posture. Let's come into twisted pigeon. So we'll take our right hand to our left thigh. If that's not doable, we can take our right hand to the mat in front of us. Press into that right thigh. Take the left hand somewhere on that right leg. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. Begin to look back as far as you can on that back wall behind you. Release the twist. You can stay here if your legs are happy. If you want to create more of a stretch in the hips, just bring that left heel up just a few inches. We're going to open up the heart, and then we're going to exhale and fold forward over that calf. Bringing the forehead to the earth. Staying relaxed in the face. And just let everything go. I love to imagine black smoke exiting my hips. Feel free as you exhale to let out a nice sigh, moan, or groan. There's so much sitting in our lifestyles these today. I've even heard doctors are saying that sitting is the new smoking. It's that detrimental to our health. So thank you, pigeon pose. Thank you, body. Inhale long and slow. On an exhale, open the mouth and let out a nice ah. After all, you are in your living room. The research shows that vocal releasing helps move stagnant energy. When you're ready, we're going to inhale, bring our hands back underneath of our shoulders. We're going to press into our palms, tuck the back toes, lift the hips, and take that left leg back towards the sky. Shake it out. You can make X's and O's or whatever feels good for you. To release that pose. Then we'll take both heels back towards the earth. Bend the right knee. Lift that leg up. Stack the hips. Bend the knee. Look underneath of that right armpit towards the ceiling. This should feel juicy. I like to make circles with my ankle here. Inhale. Exhale, swing that right knee up towards the right wrist. Slide that left leg back. Find your proud pigeon on this side, honoring, it's all right, we may feel totally different. I may have felt much more flexible on one side versus the other. Just honoring where we are today, knowing that it changes based on the moon, what we ate and drank last night. Go ahead and look up. Notice with each exhalation, a sitting, a grounding of your spine into the earth. You might be able to even draw that knee back a little bit more on that left foot. You can stay here or bend that back leg. Coming into your king pigeon. This really opens up the quad. So you take the foot into the elbow and then reach the right arm up. That's phase 1. Phase 2, we'll be grabbing on. Release. And then let's go ahead and readjust as we feel. We'll take the left hand to the right thigh, the right hand to the back of the left thigh. Inhale, open. Exhale, twist. Looking back as far as you can. Notice that, like where your gaze increases the stretch. How far back into that back wall can you look? It's amazing. Release. And then now let's adjust. Inhale, open. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, long, slow, through the nose. Exhale, open the mouth. More of your deepest breaths yet. Draw the hands underneath the shoulders, press into the palms, tuck the back toes, send the right leg back, shake it out, make X's and O's. We're going to walk our feet about halfway through the mat, halfway up through the mat. We're going to come into our squat pose again. Let's try an arm balance. Why am I forgetting the name of this? We're going to take our hands out and we're going to do crow pose. So we're going to take our hands out in front of us, about shoulder distance height. Our knees are bent. Lift those hips up bend the elbows. And then from here, I can take those knees on the outside of my triceps, the outside of my shoulders, and then coming up onto my tippy toes, I can lean forward, and I'm just holding on right here, but I'm feeling powerful. And then I can begin to lift one foot and then the other. Balance. Smile on the face. Try it several times. If you have your headstand practice in the middle of the room and you can go into it, if you've mastered this pose and you can go into headstand straight in the middle of the room, please do so. If you cannot do headstand, if you do not have a headstand yet mastered in the middle of the room, don't do it. I'm going to show you, I want to take you through a shoulder stand practice. So chooser's choice. So for shoulder stand, I want you to come laying back on your back. Extend your... All right. So laying down, we're going to lift our knees towards our chest, lift the feet up towards the sky, and then lift the hips up, and you can hold on to the low back. So you're going to bend your elbows, you're going to place your hands on your low back, and draw the feet up towards the sky. Press through the balls of the feet. You'll bring your toes together, your big toes, and your gaze is in between the big toes up on the ceiling. You can stay here and then stay relaxed in the breath. This is really great for our thyroid, parathyroid, digestion, pituitary. Now, whether you're here or in headstand, you can begin to do some variations. You can take your legs wide. You can take go ahead and drop your left foot over the head and keep your right foot pointed towards the ceiling. It's all right if you don't touch the floor. Bring your left foot up to meet the right. Bring your right foot towards the floor. Point the left foot up towards the sky. Inhale, come back up. You're in headstand or shoulder stand. Let's go ahead and wrap. We're going to come into eagle pose. We'll wrap our right leg around our left. First once, then twice. Draw the knees in towards the chest while still reaching the balls of the feet towards the ceiling. For 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and switch. We spend so much time upright. It's nice to get upside down and give our body some variations, postures. And release. If you're in headstand, please come down gracefully. If you're in shoulder stand, go ahead and bring both feet overhead and plow. It's okay if your toes don't reach the mat. If your toes do reach the floor, you have the privilege. You can either keep your hands on your low back, or you can bring them to the earth, or you can interlace those hands and press them down into the earth. Release, bend the knees. Release the hands. Hold on to the back, and then let's come out one vertebrae at a time. Roll it out gently. Extend your legs. Let the head rock side to side and back to center. Let's come into Fish pose. We'll bring our heels together. We'll bring our hands to our sides. Palms facing down. We'll place our hands underneath of our butt. We'll bend the elbows and come up onto our elbows and let the head hang back. We'll take the lower set of teeth past the upper set of teeth. These are your fish gills. You should feel good. Relax the face for 3, 2, and 1. Release. Let your hands come to the side. Let the head and neck roll from side to side and back to center. Next, coming into bridge pose, Setu Bandhasana. We'll bend the knees, bring the soles of the feet to the earth, close to the sits bones. Inhale, press into those feet, lift those hips up off the mat. Take the chin into the chest. You can stay here. You can also interlace your hands underneath of your back. If you have a full wheel pose and you want to do Chakrasana, now's the moment where you're going to take your hands on the mat over your shoulders, lift, press into the palms, press into the heels, lift that chest and that heart up towards the sky. Come onto your tippy toes. You can play with variations here. Reaching one foot up to the sky, then the other. And then as you're ready, we're going to come down with grace and ease. Letting the body come down fully. Dropping the head from side to side. We're almost ready. We're almost ready for Shavasana. From here, I want you to bend your knees and bring the soles of the feet to the earth. Actually, bend the knees, bring the knees towards the chest. Hands underneath of the thighs. And just begin to rock, massaging that spine up and back. You might take your legs overhead. You might come all the way up into butterfly. Should feel good. Thank you, body. Come all the way up into seated pose. Let's go ahead and take our feet wide. Hips distance. Let's get our most favorite twist in. Inhale, we're going to take the right arm back behind us. We'll come down onto the forearm. Take the left hand to the mat. And then again, how far onto that back wall can we look to the right? Stay soft in the face and make sure you're breathing long and steady. Press into the hand, lift the body up. Let's come to the other side. Take the left hand to the earth. Find the version that works for you. Maybe you're up on your hand. Maybe you're not. Look as far back onto that wall as you can. Inhale, come back to center. Let's bring the feet together. We're going to lean back onto our sits bones. You can hang on to the backs of the thighs, or you can take the arms out wide. Draw the feet up. You're staring in between the big toes. Let's do Kapalabhati like we did in the beginning. Forceful exhalation through the nose. Exhale, release. spin around 180 degrees for our favorite yoga posture, Shavasana. Get comfortable. If you have your eye pillow, you want to remove your hair bun. This is where we return to Atma, or the mode of goodness. All of the breath work and the moving called upon rajas, or effort, fire. And we're using our life force to move and transform the earth energies of the body, the fire, the water, the air, and the earth. Now we sit in nothingness and return to goodness, Atma. Your arms are about 6 inches away from your hips, palms facing up. Your feet are a little bit wider than hips distance, feet flailing to the side. Take you through a brief meditation to relax you even further. On an inhalation, lift the right foot up off the mat about 2 inches. Point and flex the foot, and then flop. Lift the opposite foot up off the mat, that left foot, point and flex, and flop. Inhale, squeeze the buttocks, draw the belly button down towards the spine. Squeeze, 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 and release. On your next inhalation, draw that breath all the way up the side body. Feel that breath expand in the ribs all the way up into the chest cavity. Feel really big and release. Draw the chin into the chest, keeping the back of the head on the mat. Squeeze that chin into the chest and release. Make a fist with the right hand, lift it 2 inches up off the mat, squeeze and release. Inhale, lift the hand 2 inches up off the mat, squeeze and release. Inhale, open up the mouth wide, wide, wide. As you exhale, stick the tongue out. Stretch everything in the tongue, the mouth. Roll your head from side to side and back to center. Squeeze your eyes, squeeze your forehead, squeeze your ears, squeeze every hair on your head, and release. With your eyes closed, let everything be still. And with your eyes closed, bring your awareness, that gaze, even behind the eyelids, up towards that space in between the eyebrows, about 1 inch up. Bringing your awareness to the nostrils where the breath is going in and out. Without trying to change it, just let it be. Just bring your awareness here. Next, bring your awareness to your navel. Witnessing, without trying to change it, how the belly button rises and falls with each inhalation and exhalation. and down. With your mind's eye, let's count backwards from 15 to 1. 15 navel up, 15 navel down. 14 navel up, 14 navel down. All the way to 1. It's okay if you haven't reached 1. Just let the counting go. Let everything go. Just let every cell in your body receive all the goodness. From your practice today. Bringing the awareness back into the physical. Allowing your breath to fill your body, reawaken. Taking your thumb and touching each fingertip. Wiggle your toes. Inhale your arms up overhead, stretch long into the moment. Eventually, we'll meet over onto our right side in a fetal position, however you get there. One arm underneath of our head like a pillow and another holding our belly. Giving thanks for the efforts and the time for self-care and self-love. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. And when you're ready, we'll take that left hand and we'll press it into the earth. And we'll help our body come upright. And we'll find comfortable seated position, like we started. Palms on the knees, first finger and thumb together. Let the elbows hang. The chin is tilted down ever so slightly, and just take notice to how you feel. Doing japa japa meditation with your eyes closed and your gaze at the eyebrow center. With each inhalation, say in your mind's eye, I am so grateful for my, and then as you exhale, note your object of appreciation. Let's bring our awareness to ourselves. Inhale, I am so grateful for my. Exhale, breath. Inhale, I am so grateful for my ears, toes, fingers, limbs, eyes. Just Just remembering that not everybody has eyes, ears, limbs, and body parts. So really just honoring what we do have and expanding our gratitude for it. I am so grateful for my exhale. Name one object of appreciation. Last round, I am so grateful for my release the japa japa meditation. Open the eyes. What an honor it's been. Thank you for your patience in our late start this morning. Thank you for joining us here on Live Yoga Channel. We're so grateful to have this inspired association. We love to do yoga and share yoga. It helps to keep us whole and complete, especially during these times where there's so much chaos and uncertainty. So it's coming together like this. It's different than we've known before, and it feels really good. So thank you for practicing with us. We'll be back again on Monday for live yoga practice. And we'll also be putting up more videos, other content on ways in which we like to live yoga in our day-to-day, because we enjoy taking yoga off the mat and into the world. So have a beautiful day. Mahalo for joining us here in Manoa Valley in the healing island of Oahu. The light in me bows to the light in you. Namaste.